more bedrock as we traveled east. We stopped near the state line, and we saw exposed Ordovician rocks, lightly, if at all, covered with any glacial material. Maybe one of the earliest glacial episodes lightly covered over that area. The rocks were relatively flat-lying, and then we moved into northern Kentucky, and the rocks became increasingly exposed. All of this is discussed in a couple of the handouts. And as we went south to Knoxville, the rocks became more and more and more exposed. We're then on the Cumberland Plateau, a highland area that was raised high during one of the latest plate collisions, exposing Pennsylvanian and Mississippian rocks. And you saw those as we traveled south to Knoxville. Now we're going to see something totally different down here, rocks that are upended, tilted. And we are in the Smoky Mountains, which is the name for the Appalachians here. We are in the Appalachians, but they're nicknamed the Smokies. With any luck, when we get down to the base of the road here, you look back, you'll see fog in the valleys, and that's how the Smokies got their name. Not because Megan and other people like Megan are chugging on cigarettes and puffing away and so forth. They're called the Smokies because of the fog. But these mountains are made of ridges and valleys. The rocks are folded. All of this, again, is in your handouts. The rocks are folded up and down in anticlines and synclines. Again, as a result of 3 mountain building episodes, which are also explained in your handouts. Can you hold? Oh, these patterns here. This broad blue and purple stuff here, and you have a version of this map on your handouts, but I also have digital versions for you if you want to look at it on the computer in better resolution. This area here is the Cumberland Plateau. Mississippian, Pennsylvanian, and some older Paleozoic rocks are exposed. And then these lines down here are ridges and valleys. Older, they're much older rocks. The area we're going in is down here. And we're going to start here in Cambrian and late Precambrian rocks down here, which we'll explain in the outcrop. But there is a handout here, if I can get this out. Oh, there's a handout here.
When they're nice and broad like this, they're fairly flat. Okay, and so when you start seeing
here it is. For those of you who are in my classes and are wondering what you should be doing for your report, here is a guide for it. It's the Ocoee Safari, Geomorphology, Structural Geology, and Geologic History. It relates the shape of the terrain to the underlying geology. That is your task for your field trip report. And you will see, we'll point out the difference in terrain as we go along. Here is the much greater detail, which fills in all of the detail for this report and talks to you about the structures and so forth. Let's see. Oh, yeah, okay, well, I won't talk about that one right now. And we're fortunate enough to have with us today Michael Solis, if I can